I invite Mr. Shashwat Goenka, Vice Chairman, RPSG Group, to honor our Chief Guest, Honorable Governor, and share welcome comments.
Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Honorable Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare of India, Mr. Chauhan, Saurav, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. And what a room to be standing in tonight. Somewhere in this room tonight is a woman who was once told to wait her turn. But she didn't wait. She built the turn. That is the story of every single person we celebrate this evening. 100 women who didn't wait for permission, didn't wait for the room to make space, and didn't wait for the world to catch up. They simply moved, and the world had no choice but to follow. Let's be honest about something. We love the word powerful. We put it on magazine covers, we frame it in gold, but we rarely talk about what it actually takes. Every woman being celebrated here tonight is a leader, a founder, a CEO, a board member, a change maker, powerful by any definition the word offers. But she is also, in the same 24 hours, a daughter checking in on aging parents, a mother reading a bedtime story over speakerphone from an airport lounge, a wife holding a marriage together across time zones, and a sister consistently showing up when a sibling needs her most. And I have had the privilege of watching this up close with my own family. My mother, my wife, and my sister, each of them building, deciding, leading in business, while also holding a family together with a kind of strength that never once asked for applause. I see from close quarters what it takes. And I have seen what it gives back to a home, to a company, and to everyone lucky enough to be in their orbit. So when I look out at this room tonight, I am not looking at it as an outsider marveling at strength and success. I am looking at it as someone who has lived alongside it. And now, as a father to two young daughters, who will, I hope, one day stand exactly where you stand tonight. To the women we honor this evening, you did not simply climb. You climbed while carrying others. You built businesses while building homes. You broke ceilings, you drove change, and led with clarity, with conviction, and with an instinct for taking people along rather than leaving them behind. You built it decision by decision, risk by risk, showing up every day in rooms that didn't make space for you until you carved that space out for yourselves. You found industries standing still and you moved them. You didn't wait for a seat at the table. You built new tables at a scale the old ones never imagined. Take a moment and look around this room. Every industry is represented here tonight. Business, science, the arts, public service, even sports. Different fields, different journeys, but the same signature. None of you just achieved for yourselves. Each of you changed what the journey looks like for the women coming after you. And I believe that that's the difference between achieving power and redefining it. Anyone can accumulate power, but only a rare few are able to redefine it. And tonight, this room is filled with a rare few. So tonight isn't a courtesy, it isn't a formality. It is indeed a celebration of hard-won stories of power, vision, and grit, standing shoulder to shoulder in one room. Proof that power at its best doesn't rise, it lifts. Tonight is a celebration of your voices, your choices, your power, and your leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming, honoring, and celebrating Fortune India's most powerful women. It is also a moment of true privilege for us this evening to welcome a leader of exceptional distinction, outstanding vision, and impeccable ability to execute. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Shri Jishnu Dev Verma, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra. Governor Verma comes from the royal lineage of Tripura's Manikya dynasty, a dynasty remarkably progressive for its time, having given Tripura its first written constitution as early as 1941. He began his public life with the BJP in 1993 and went on to serve as the Deputy Chief Minister of Tripura in 2018. In his 5-year term, he became synonymous with project delivery, improving ease of doing business, progress, and vision. But what makes him truly exceptional is that alongside a life in government sits the soul of an artist, a painter, a sculptor, and a poet in both Bengali and English, whose books Children of the Water Goddess and Master of Time reflect a rare lyrical depth. Shri Verma is someone who is unassuming, remarkably warm, and approachable. To sum up, an administrator's discipline, a statesman's vision, a poet's heart, Maharashtra, sir, is truly fortunate to have you at the helm as the governor. Your Excellency, thank you for gracing us with your presence this evening.